Like I said, I've done a lot of things. Just this week did Jay Leno, Access Hollywood, The Soup. Next week I'm doing CMT's Artist of the Year award show. Know a lot of famous people, done a lot of cool things. I'll tell you what separates me from the guys I know is knowing this. The famous people I know that have so much money, it's just stupid. Let me tell you what they want to know from me. It's not hunting, it's not TV, it's what I gathered over my life from this. Let me tell you, this I know. Won't put me in heaven over what I know. It's that you've got to live it, especially in front of them. Cool thing I did one time, I baptized a guy who will be in the Hall of Fame, very famous guy. So much money, it just got silly how much money this guy's got. And God put me in his house, and we were sitting up late one night, and I hadn't said anything to him. We've hung out, and he said, how do I be a Christian? He said, I've seen Christians, and honestly, I don't really like any of them. I don't like the way it comes across. He said, now what you're doing, I could do that. This is before Duck Dynasty. And I sat down and I said, well, let's just start right here. And I ran in. First guy I've ever studied with, by the way, this is for you. You need to know that answer. Dr. Burke said earlier, you need to be prepared to have that answer. Mostly what I do is I just listen. I don't stick it in your face. I just listen. When I hear problems, I show solutions. And I listened to this guy. I took him to Galatians 5 and I read through the acts of the sinful nature. I said, does any of those hit you? And he went, all of them. And I never had anybody say all of them. I said, do you know what the gospel is? No clue. You know about heaven? Have you ever come to the Lord? Maybe at camp when you were 12? Nope. Nothing. This guy was zero, empty. He had nothing. He had no knowledge. More money than he knows what to do is. Very famous. And he had nothing. He was empty. He had no hope. He had no joy. He had money and he had fame, and it made him miserable. Some of the most miserable people I've ever met in my life are those people. Went to his hot tub that night. He had just built a pool and a hot tub. Nobody had ever been in it. And I baptized him into the Lord that night. I planted the seed. God put me there at the time. My challenge to you is to do that. That's a cool thing when I look back and think, man, that's what I want to do, is always have that answer for folks. Life is short. Life is temporary. Root yourself here. Do not leave this experience at Harding without knowing when you lay in bed at night where you're going, and then don't leave here without knowing how to tell somebody else that.